video clip I'm going to show you how you can create some very loose and cute little elements to add to your plain gift wrap here. So this is just a simple gift wrap with very plain white craft paper. I'm going to show you how you can use the downloads from my Elements download product on my website, and how you can make your own little flowers and leaves. All you have to do is print them out, cut them out, and you can create a beautiful little embellishment for this. So regardless of what the occasion is, it could be Valentine's, Christmas, Mother's Day, any event. But the beauty of these elements is you can actually use them in your card making projects as well. So what I've done is I've designed all these so that you can print them out, cut them out, and then create your own little flowers and your toppers for cards. And I like to use them on gifts, so rather than, you know, just putting a bow on, you know, it's quite nice to put a little element of gift flowers or whatever you want to put on there. So I'm just going to go through a couple of my designs. So this is one of the designs that I've created, and it's just again a little design of a flower with a nice vibrant colour. So in the actual product you can download many different variant colours of this similar design, of the same design. So you can just, all you have to do is download the image in the membership site, and you just have to print them out, cut them out, and then you can just use them. I'm going to show you a couple of ways on how you can use these flowers. We also have a range of butterflies. So these are the butterflies that I've designed, and I'm just going to use these nice bright yellow ones because it's spring, you know, with Easter coming up as well, and even Mother's Day, whichever event, it doesn't really matter. But again, I created a few different sizes, and now with this one, you can just cut the butterfly out, you can crease it, you can put a bit of water on to mash it up a little bit, and then you can again use them on the gift. So really it's about how you want to use them in your card making projects, but also how you want to use them on your gift wrap as well. So I mainly use them for gift wrapping. So this design here, I call it my defined flower because it's quite defined, very sharp, but again you can make it you can create a softer look to it. So I'm going to cut some of these out. I've also have some leaves in there, so you know, if you want to create a nice little theme where you want to add some leaves to your flowers and to your petals, you can do so. So on this one we have 3 different sizes, so all you have to do is print it out, and you can keep this in your stash, in your crafty stash. Cut them out, fold them, and then you can add them to your actual gift wrap or your cards. And again, just a couple of variants of the butterflies that you can find on the Element you know, downloads on my website. So with this one, as you can see, let me just bring that back into shot again. You can see that it just has a little design on there. So again, I've just added a few different colours, and it's just a different print but the same butterfly design. And then if you're somebody who loves to colour and you want to, you know, print out the designs without any colour, you can actually do that as well. And I like to always add something where there's no colour, because you know, you have people who like to colour, people who like to paint and artwork, whatever your medium is, you can actually do that with these designs. This one here is actually a card that I printed it on. So with this one, as you can see, it's actually a bubble backing paper. So you know, if I wanted to, I could cut this backing paper up. So it's on an A4 print, and I can just use elements. So if I wanted to put it through a die cutting machine, if I wanted to cut a butterfly or any other element or design, I can use the backing paper and use that to cut it out. And finally, let me just show you this one very quickly. And again, I've just created more of a, I would say, just more of an animated feel with these flowers. But again, this is just printed onto card. Now these here, I've just printed them onto just normal copier paper. So you can see that they're quite crisp. You might have to just work on your settings. Use just a simple ineffective printer that I have, nothing major, not laser. It's just an inkjet printer, but I've just, in the settings, I just made sure that I was copying them and printing them out onto, you know, at a high standard. You can choose that in your settings, so it's quite easy to do. So I'm going to start off, and I'm not really sure how to, what we always want to do. So let me just bring my mat into play here. I normally go with the flow, so a very plain paper here, and I want to just start to look at the tools that I have and create something really beautiful with this one. So I'm just going to take my scissors and I'm just going to cut some of these butterflies out, and I find it easier to actually trim a little one out and then just work around it. So I'm just going to move my paper So those are my two little butterflies I'm going to be using on top of my gift wrap. And then let's just cut a couple of leaves out, and I think I'm going to do the smaller ones. So again, let's just okay, so what I've done here is I've actually cut the 4 flowers out. So these are the ones from the, so these are I would say they're like digi stamps, so you don't have to actually stamp them and have all the materials there to stamp. You can just print them out. They're already there ready for you. You can colour them in if you want them plain. They're available plain. Or you can you can print out whichever colour you want for your gift presentation or your card making. Have the 2 butterflies, and I also have some leaves, and just a very simple little organza bow. So I also have my glue gun here, and I'm going to bring my very plain gift here. And again, we just want to jazz this up without having to use ribbons and bows, to make something different. So I'm just going to take my flowers, and what I want to do is I just want to crease them. So I'm just creasing them upwards like so. So it doesn't matter if you're rough, because flowers don't exactly look all nice and plain and soft. And then I'm just going to just lift these up again like so, and just press them down. So really my I don't have a proper stamping sponge. This is stamping mat, so you can still do without your it's like a sponge mat. And what I would normally do is just place it in my hand like so, and then all you have to do is just press with a little bauble like so, and let me turn that around, and that just gives it some lift. And then all I'm going to do here now is just fold it in, and it just gives it a nice lift to your flower. Can you see? So it just gives it that dimension, and then when we place them on top of each other, you can see that it gives it a nice lift and some dimension to your flower. So let's just do the same with these. So I've already completed this one here. Just adds that bit more of a flair. So I'm going to use my hand just to, again, take this back on itself. And I normally do it on both sides. I think it just makes it a little bit more defined. Okay, so let's just make this flower up first. So I'm just going to take a little bit of my glue. And the sizes are all the same. They don't actually go smaller in size. And then you just want to offset the flower like so. Okay, so that starts off your flower. And I'm going to do the same with the other 2 pieces. So just find a space. I really like this because when you do them in a yellow colour, they actually look like little chrysanthemums. So these are designs that some have been hand drawn, some I've just done with the technology that I have in design software. But it's all so that you can just easily download them. They're like little digi stamps, and use them in your craft, card making, or even in your gift wrapping. So I mainly use them for our gift wrapping presentations. So it's got some dimension as well. If you want to add something in there, like a little pearl or something, you can do. So let's just simply bring our gift here. So don't make it complicated, just keep it nice and simple. And I'm just going to sort of lay things on here. And again with the daffodil, sorry, I keep calling it a daffodil, but with the butterfly, I'm just going to sort of crease them back a little bit, so it just gives some height and dimension to the wings as well. I'm just going to start laying things on and see how they look. I'm not too fussed about my folds and creases, to be honest. And I think maybe just one on the side of the flower here. And again, with the leaves, just keep it very simple. Just give them a little fold, a little crease. If you want to, you can just maybe take your scissors and just curl it up a little bit, and maybe, you know, put two together if you wanted to do that. So let me just curl these together. Let's try the other way. So I curl them so that the colour is actually being curled downwards. And then I could just add that in there somewhere. So I'm just going to have a little play around with it first, and I'm just going to try a few little things out. And I know that the leaves, we want to try and get the leaves in somewhere like so. You could take some backing card and just place a piece of contrasting card on here, and then again you can print that from the printable elements. You know, you just print some card out, or even paper, and then add that to the backing here. So let me just see if I have something here. So I have this piece of card here that was from another project. So I'm just going to take the edging off. I'm actually going to cut this with my scissors rather than a cutter. I'm just going to take some of my foam. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is, again, just have a little play around with my flower, maybe central. In gift wrapping, it looks quite nice when you have the flowers or your bow or your whatever you want to put on right in the corner. So I think it's going to look quite nice in the corner. I'm just going to add a little butterfly here. I like it, I quite like it on the flower. And then I'm just going to add some leaves. So I know exactly where that's going to go. And then I'm just going to take my bow and add that to the corner there. So that's how it's going to be finished. So let's just glue everything together now. So you can use a glue gun and add your flower, but I am going to use some foam because it's going to give it a little bit more height. So always place your glue or your foam on the piece that's going to be placed on and stuck down, rather than here, so you don't make a mistake. And just again move it around, and it's quite nice on the corner here. Okay. So I'm going to take my butterfly and I'm just going to add it just to a little petal here, and with that I think I'll just add a little bit of glue. Again, you can use any glue, cold glue or a foam, or even double-sided tape, and I'm just going to add that on. So just let that catch. And it gives it some height as well. You can see that the butterfly looks like it's actually floating or flying. And then let's take our leaves. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add some double-sided tape. Okay. And you can just maybe add another one on if you want to. It looks nicer when they're odd numbers. So that to the centre like so. And if we bring our gift back again, and you don't need too much drama on here, I'm just going to add the leaves just underneath, just on the corner. I'm just going to turn that and have a look at it first. So again, just add some double-sided tape to the back of your leaves. bowl, add a small piece of glue or a foam pad, whichever you want to use, and then I'm just going to add that bow to the corner here. Again, you can use this in card making, you can use this design work in anything, in present day gift bags. I'll be doing some videos on gift bags as well. And what you have here is a beautiful gift. You can see that it's got a really nice feel to it. It's different. You don't have to just stick with bows, but again, adding a bow just gives it that little bit more of let me just move that back up, it's a little bit wet, a beautiful feel, and it's really nice. It's nice and it looks like lovely spring colours, and I like the butterfly because with the way we've designed the butterfly, they're solid colours, so you can colour them. But again, just adding some leaves, if you want to add more leaves on, you could. I would just play around with them. Just try, and that's a beauty, because if you make a mistake, it's just copy of paper. It's, you know, it's not expensive paper. And if if you're using something to make something for somebody special and you want to use a different kind of paper, again, you can, just put in your printer and just print away. And all you have to do is to download the images from the membership site if you register for this particular download product. So that would be your finished product. So those leaves have fallen off.